Have you ever thought about how a hero rebuilds their city after rising from the ashes? Get ready to learn everything there is to know about the thrilling voyage of Daredevil Born Again. Explore the facets of this legendary tale as we peel back the layers from its gritty beginnings to the victorious comeback. Fasten your seatbelts, for this is not merely a story of salvation. Rather, it's a struggle for a hero's soul. Now let's get started and find everything there is to know about Daredevil Born Again. Reports regarding the cast of the Marvel Cinematic Universe series, as well as the possible release dates, have surfaced regarding Daredevil Born Again. Following Matt Murdock as he has struggled to reconcile with his life as Daredevil and as a lawyer. The first Daredevil television series debuted on Netflix in 2015. 2 more seasons of the show followed before it was abruptly canceled in 2018. This was unexpected because the show had received positive reviews and was well-liked by viewers. The series was eventually moved to the Disney Plus streaming service when Marvel regained the rights, allowing the MCU to produce Daredevil Born Again. Clearly, Cox was committed to its portrayal of Daredevil since Murdock started making cameos in MCU films like Spider-Man: No Way Home. Murdock made brief appearances as Happy Hogan's lawyer and as Peter Parker. In 2 episodes of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, the attorney persisted in practicing law while also developing a love interest in the friendship with Jennifer Walters. In the Disney Plus series Hawkeye, Vincent D'Onofrio also returned to the character of Kingpin. The cast of Daredevil Born Again will undoubtedly make some intriguing cameos and play a big role in the MCU's overarching storyline thanks to their cameos. What do you think about this? So what's the news about Daredevil Born Again? The current MCU release timetable no longer includes Daredevil Born Again, which was originally scheduled to debut in the spring of 2024. Born Again's indefinite delay was previously thought to be a result of the SAG-AFTRA strikes and the ensuing break in the show's production. However, new information about the series has revealed some additional complex circumstances that might have also been involved. The Hollywood Reporter claims that the Marvel Cinematic Universe canceled the original Daredevil Born Again and dismissed both the show's primary writers and directors for the entirety of the first season. Given that a large portion of the original Daredevil Born Again creative team was let go, and that the director of the Punisher program, Dario Scardapane, is apparently the new showrunner. This appears to be partly done so the significant changes can be made to the series prior to its premiere. All of this ultimately means that the show will take far longer to produce than previously anticipated, and that the lack of the release date is probably best for the series because it'll prevent production from being hurried to fit a now possible impossible window, ensure that the series gets enough time to be created, and increase the likelihood that it will live up to the original Daredevil. There was conjecture over the possibility of a new series for the Man Without Fear after Daredevil's presence in Spider-Man: No Way Home and Kingpin's cameo in Hawkeye in 2021. Though confirmation came in May 2022, additional details was revealed during the July 2022 SDCC, where it was revealed that Marvel Studios would produce the project under the title Daredevil Born Again. On the other hand, have you ever thought about the casting of the upcoming movie? Let's have a look. In Daredevil Born Again, Cox and D'Onofrio will reprise their roles as Wilson, Kingpin, Fisk, and Murdock, respectively. There may be more returning cast members given that they will be portraying the same characters from the Netflix series and that Jon Bernthal is supposedly making a comeback as the Punisher. Thus far, only 2 new performers have been formally announced, Margarita Leviva and Sandrine Holt. Although neither of their character roles has been established, both may have Daredevil love interests, given the uncertainty surrounding Murdock's current romantic status. Despite being essential members of the original Daredevil ensemble, Eldon Henson's Foggy Nelson and Deborah Ann Wool's Karen have announced that they will not be returning with D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox. This has sparked speculation about whether the MCU plot will simply ignore this part of its alterations or if the program will explain why they're absent. Though it's presently uncertain whether this will truly come to pass, a well-liked hypothesis surrounding Daredevil Born Again speculates that Murdock may have been a victim of the blip, allowing Kingpin to murder his loved ones without endangering his safety or that of his wife, Vanessa. The late great actor James Gandolfini's son from The Many Saints of New York will also be appearing in Daredevil Born Again. Although Michael Gandolfini's character is yet unknown, his early attachment may indicate that it's a big part. Deadline claims that Nikki James from Severance was also revealed to be tied to the program in an unidentified capacity. What do you think about the casting? When it comes to the plot of the story, you might be curious to know about the story, aren't you? Well, let's have a look at it. Details from the U.S. Copyright Office state that Marvel Studios present Daredevil, in which longtime rivals Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk attempt to leave behind their darker alter egos in order to serve the people of New York, only to have their past catch up with them. These details are not yet confirmed to be entirely and fully accurate and could change. This seems to be consistent with series star Cox's earlier announcement that the 18-episode program will focus more on Daredevil's legal career, though this may have been lessened following the show's restructuring. Nevertheless, delving deeper into Murdock's private life would be consistent with a lot of other Disney Plus MCU series, which have frequently shown an interest in what a superhero's typical everyday life is like. Hawkeye is a get-home-in-time-for-the-holiday story, Falcon and the Winter Soldier tackles race and authority in America, and She-Hulk is less about rescuing the world and more about Walter's juggling her legal career with her heroic persona. The 1986 Daredevil comic book storyline, Born Again, serves as a very deliberate clue as to what Daredevil Born Again might be about. Disney's showrunners might be interested in the continuity, as some of the arc's components were adapted for the Netflix series. However, it is presently unclear if the comic plot will be included in the MCU series. The comic book series chronicle Murdock's downfall at the hands of Kingpin, both personally and professionally, and then follows him as he attempts to turn his life around. This would be a realistic plot that would guarantee that fans don't feel as though his original show beginnings are being completely altered for the MCU, while also providing the Disney Plus series with an opportunity to depict an origin story in a different light. What's your opinions on this plot? Are you excited to watch the series? Daredevil Season 4 will not air despite the reappearance of the show's major protagonist on Netflix. Rather, Daredevil Born Again will stand alone and function as a gentle reset. This looks to be comparable to how the Suicide Squad used its cast of actors and characters to construct a story that foregoes the previous movie's plot while keeping parts of the characters' personalities and concepts. With the separate cameos, She-Hulk and Spider-Man No Way Home already gave us the idea of what this new Murdock would look like. Though his attempts to defend Peter Parker in the MCU, Matt Murdock has demonstrated that he's just as motivated to bring about justice for others as he was in the original series and comic books. He also demonstrates that his reflexes are just as quick, as evidenced by the apparent ease with which he deflects a brick thrown at a young superhero. Though the Marvel Cinematic Universe is far lighter world than the Netflix Marvel television series, Cox has stated that he won't be altering his portrayal of Murdock. For Daredevil Born Again, the character will still need to undergo some adjustments to make it into the MCU's new universe. The remaining episodes were helmed by Aaron Moorhead and Justin Benson's directing team. Benson and Moorhead had previously contributed to the second season of Loki and Moon Knight, two other MCU Disney Plus programs. The number of episodes in the series has been impacted by the behind-the-scenes retooling. Even though it was originally intended to have 18 episodes spread over two 9-episode installments, in light of this, the storyline of Daredevil Born Again is still a mystery. However, perhaps Marvel's choice to reconsider the series and start over from scratch rather than continuing with the unsatisfactory idea will prove to be wise and well worth the wait. So are you excited to watch this movie on the screen? Share your thoughts with us about the updates. If you want to know more about movie updates, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click the bell icon to not miss out on any video and to get notifications on time. Don't hesitate to give suggestions for our videos. Catch you next time.